Hi guys. So essentially, the last time I said I would do some missions in South in the what is known as the sub avatar missions. It's a set of 4 missions. At this point, I'll probably only be able to do 3 because at combat rating 32, there's no way that I'm a match for the sub avatar. Also, if you noticed, like once you reach level 30, essentially, after level 30, your effective level is not really level 30. It's more like level 30. It's your combat rating. Like if you look in your journal, in your stats, like you'll see my combat rating is like 36, but my equipped combat rating is 32. So essentially, I probably have items in my inventory which gives a boost to my combat rating. I'm not sure what it could be. A weapon, probably, that I'm not using. Well, let's try and figure out what it could be. I don't see anything right now. There's really nothing here that would do that. The Tombots are level 30. Let's go see in my bank. Maybe there's an item that I stored in my bank that is giving me a little combat rating boost. No, there's nothing in my bank. I could use this ring. Like this is a level 78 ring. This is a ring that you can get from the. Let's take this. Those. No, let's not. Essentially, there's those rings and those. There's also some necklaces that you can get from the vault, and they will be around the combat rating of your character. But the top rings you can get in the vault are combat rating are level 78. So let's say my Magneto, which is by now combat rating 131. If he does the vault and get a ring, he will get a level 78 ring. Once you're level past level 78, those rings are useless for your character, but you can give them to your lower level characters. And so as soon as your characters reach level 30, they can use those level 78 rings and the level 78 necklaces. Oh yeah, I forgot to check. Also, at this time, I could probably buy a few items in the broker that would increase my combat rating. Especially now, like there's probably some cheap items, some inexpensive items that probably could give me a boost at this point. So let's check. The weapons usually are the hardest to find. So let's check for the where is it? Oh, there it is. Here's the martial arts. So I could get some ancient claws. Oh, and that it's actually an upgrade. So you can see there's a few upgrades that I could use right away. There's also a few downgrades, but let's look around. So I could fairly easily get a new sets of weapons that would give me a bit of a boost. So I might just do that. Yeah, okay. So we'll try to get a weapon that I don't have yet. The Mystic Qatar would do the no no it's too low. I guess yeah, this one would do the trick. The Mystic Qatar or the Twin Blade Qatar, but the Twin Blade, nah, it's a controller weapon anyway. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh yeah, also you can, if you want a preview of what your character looks like with those weapons, you can look at a preview. So I guess these will be it. So let's go with the Magus Qatar or Magus. Never know. So here we go. Of course, you know what this means. I'll have to go back to my lair to re-imprint my armories, which is sad, but it happens. So essentially, like you can see, the stats of my new Qatar are like 16 extra DPS, 33 extra health. Like essentially every stat has a bit of an upgrade. And let's look at and also it gave me an upgrade in my combat rating, which is also not negligible in itself. And let's look at the gear. Oh, it's a little too expensive for my taste. Let's go by price. Price ascending. Like you can see there's plenty of styles that I don't have that I could have. But in terms of stats, yeah, the Necromancer would be a bit of an improvement on what I have. Uh, and sadly, that's all I could afford. So I could spend $10,000 on that. Let's see the neck. Not much improvement with the neck. I remember when I started playing and I would see certain items that would really not be an upgrade, be very expensive, and I didn't understand that essentially it was because of the style. Like there were some styles that were so rare that I don't know, that you could ask a lot of money for an item that had junk stats, but that had a nice style, or that it was a style that was in demand. So here for like 15,000, I could get some nice shoulder pads. But everything is pretty much out of my price range. Well, let's see here. Just guard. Nothing really worth it. Like you can see, like a lot of gear is pretty expensive, but it's worse than what I have right now. Oh, here's a nice bit of an upgrade. Well, let's look at the hands. Oh, there's quite a few. Maybe there'll be an upgrade in here. Probably. Oh, this seems like a bit of an upgrade. Another upgrade, but mm, it's a bit expensive for just a few extra points. Let's try to waste. Nah, nothing worth it here. Like as you can see, the prices go up pretty quickly. It starts at 750 and quickly goes to 10,000. Well, what can you do? Oh, here we have that's a nice upgrade for fairly cheap. Oh, that's even better, but it's a little more expensive. So let's go for the $2,000 ones. So let's see how much this improves us. Still 33, but that's a bit better than what we had. Three levels better. I'll take it. So let's go to our lair for a few seconds to re-imprint our stuff. and get new mods. Yeah, let's see first. Oh yeah. So we'll assign whatever powers I have left and skills. So we're a controller. 17, 18, 20. So a bit more vitalization can hurt. And for the power, we'll go for we could go for this. No, we can't. Okay, let's go for this. Let's go like this. I'll probably tweak it a bit later anyways. So let's switch to DPS, do the same thing. Do we have, yeah, 1 power and skill points. So for the power, I'll just go with, we'll go with the gas grenade. For the skills, we'll go in weapon, martial arts, and we'll add some might. Did we replace our gear? Of course not. So let's reimprint again. Let's sell the crappy gear we have. Oh, let's first. Do we have exo bits in there? No, so we're good. So we just need a few white mods. So for the weapon, we'll go with the blast adapter. And for the boots, we'll go with deadly block. There we go. So we'll go back to the watchtower, and we'll start the mission where I was. I just want to show you essentially the quickest way. Once you take the missions from the consoles, you can go fairly quickly to where the mission is at. Because right next to the console, there's a teleporter. Believe it or not. So essentially, you take the console, the missions from here, and then there's a teleporter right here that will take you to Gotham City. And it won't just take you to Gotham City. It takes you to South Gotham, where the mission actually are. So you can't go wrong with that.
Slaves to Brainiac's collective consciousness. What they're building in the streets has me concerned. Stop them, and keep them from spreading to the rest of Gotham. I'm going to figure out exactly what Brainiac's doing to them.
Essentially, I have a spot that I like to go to. It's fairly close to the Diamond Heist, and it's also fairly close to the Diamond District police station. So if for some reason I need to go back to the police station to repair, buy stuff, or whatever, I'm close to there. And if somehow there's an announcement that the Diamond Heist is starting, I'm right next to it, so I can stop my mission for a bit, go do the Diamond Heist, and come back to my mission right after. So like as you see, you can see the Diamond District police station right there. So and also have a base right next to it that you don't see right now because I didn't invite my friend. Essentially, my Magneto base is right there, but Magneto is an evil bastard. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Magneto is an evil man who sadly did not invite his friend Wolverine to enter his base yet. It's probably something I'll show you a bit later how to do. There's two ways to go about that. Essentially, there's you can either add a player. So yeah, I could go to my Magneto could go to his base and says, okay, I want the Wolverine to be able to enter my base. Or he could invite the whole league to enter the base. So let's say Wolverine was part of the league, the X-Men. Let's assume he'd be part of such a group. What Magneto could do is go to his base, essentially to his mainframe, and in his mainframe indicate that he wants everyone who's part of the X-Men to be able to enter his base. So you would set his base so that the X-Men can enter it, and Wolverine, being an X-Man, would be able to enter the base. So instead of inviting every single X-Men one by one to enter the base, you just invite the whole league, and the whole league will be able to go into your base. And you can set it so that they can use the amenities in your base, or you can set it so that they can move around items in your base. So, depending on how friendly you are with those players, you could give them more permissions, or less if it's people you barely know and you don't trust them as much. Well, you can give them less permissions. So essentially, I have a lot of characters, so I have bases spread all over Gotham and Metropolis. Sadly, my Wolverine character is not part of any of my leagues yet, so I would have to invite him individually into each base. The reason why he's not part of a league is that, sadly, essentially ever since Game Update 47, my league pretty much fell apart. My league mates all gave up on DC Universe Online, and my friends list all gave up on DC Universe Online. That essentially my friend list melted away, and my league mate left, never to return as well. Sad, but that happens. So right now I have no one from my league to invite me into my league until they finally manage to do the crossplay thing they've been promising for a while. And now I realize I haven't been talking about much about this mission. So essentially, you have to beat up these little guys, and they will drop these little thingies when you beat them up. And then once you defeat the how'd you call them? once you defeat the Union builders, then you can click on the little thingy they're transporting, but you have a limited time. So once you defeat them, you have to hurry up a bit. So there's essentially four quests in here, but some quests have multiple objectives. Oh, and there's the sub avatar. See, I wasn't paying attention, so there it is. Let's go back and see if it's still there. Oh, and I have a poster over here that I can take. Oh yeah. So essentially, whenever you finish a wanted poster, you can take it and take it and take it. And there's a feat of I think you can do what is it 100 or 200, 250? I don't recall. You have to do the wanted posters quite a lot in order to complete all the feats. So as you saw, the sub avatar, while I was fighting and fighting and fighting, the sub avatar spawned. But now it seems to be gone since it defeated me. That's usually what happens.
Welcome to Big Belly Burger.
Like once there's no more enemy to fight, the sub avatar disappears. And also, the sub avatars only spawn when there's someone nearby. So you can see it's being built right now. So as I'm fighting these little guys, I'm preventing them from building that evil sub avatar. But sadly, it didn't work out too well the last time. And as you saw, it killed me pretty quick. Crap. And you see the little guy was transporting the thing I needed. So... oh well. Also, I have to defeat some Brainiac constructors. And I still have to defeat some Union builders. They're pretty tough, especially at this level. So there should be a clicky. Sometimes the clicky appears at the other end, and then some other character picks it up. It happens. At this level, those quests are fairly difficult. So I'm going to call my friends. So you see that little that guy with the horns. I have to defeat. I think it's 10 of those. It shouldn't be too difficult if I fight only one of them. But if I end up fighting the guy with the horns and half a dozen other guys, it's going to be tricky. So let's get back to my Union builders, since I'm not done with those. And as you see, like it activated the clicky at the other end. I still have 4 more clicky to click. Oh.
Guidance module.
This little guy is almost dead, so let's take him out of his miseries. At this level, those missions are fairly challenging, but it's a fairly quick way of making 3 or 4 marks of victory, depending on how you manage.
I hope the heroes kick your ass.
And as you saw, the constructor made an attack towards me, like some sort of end blast attack, but the effects of the attack never rendered. It happens. It's even worse than on PS3. Although I was almost expecting that the rendering wouldn't have that many issues on PS4. It's not a big deal right now, especially compared to PS3. But it's disappointing to see that even on PS4 they have rendering issues. So a lot of the drawbacks,
Guidance module
a lot of the
installation
problems that
successful.
this universe has on PS3 still persist on PS4. So it makes us believe that the issues aren't the problem is not PS3 or PS4, but it's the DC Universe server themselves. Oh, I have a friend. And those little bugs, I hate them. They slow you down to a crawl. You can't move forward. So when you see a clicky, you cannot go and click it because the little bug is keeping you from it. And there should be a clicky. Yeah, there it is. So we should be almost done, I think. Two more clicky. Well, let's hope this will be our number one. Is there no? There it is. Ah, crap. Oh. Those flying wing armors are pretty annoying.
I'm not afraid of you.
Essentially, they will catch you in some sort of wind blast that propels you into the air, and that pretty much keeps you from doing anything other than trying to block to break out. Let's try to get a constructor.
Minor damage.
And as you can see, the sub-avatar is being constructed more and more as the fight keeps going. And the clicky. Oh. Sometimes you make her drop the clicky, which is good. Sometimes she doesn't want to drop the clicky. We should be done with the clicky by now, and I think we're done with the union builders also. Oh yeah, so now we can focus on the constructors. And we need 3 more. With that one, there'll be 2 more. Once we get that one. Two more. Let's drink a cola.
I hope the heroes kick your ass.
I probably should have replaced my colas now that I'm level 30. I'll do that at some point. Luckily, they simplified the colas a lot. Like, there used to be 1 colas per tier, or even more than that, actually.
Brainiac is using cerebral transmitters to attack their nervous systems, gaining access to their minds.
So you had
I'm
to
sending more
find.
forces there to help
See,
slow
we
down the
completed
construction
1
of the
mission. We
sub-avatars.
completed 2
You
missions,
need to get into those bombs.
and there's a
Or
couple
we'll
more
contact
we
you
need to
once
finish.
inside.
Let's see. All right, let's jump on him. And as you can see, my loadout disappeared. That happens. Again, we used to think it was a PlayStation 3 problem, but then it appears also on PC, and it appears also on PS4. So what can you do? Why did it disappear? I have no idea. I would have to watch the video again and try and figure out why, what happened, like at what point it did disappear. I think it's when I went to my menu. Oh, and it's back. Okay. So I guess for some reason, and as you saw, the wing armor rendered at the last possible second, which again we thought was a PlayStation 3 problem, but it persists in PlayStation 4, sadly. And you see that wind effect. Oh. And of course there's these little tumblers, which I freaking hate. The problem with these tumblers is that there's a lot of them, and they slow you down, so it's freaking annoying. I think I'll start using my powers a bit more. That wasn't quick enough to take a potion. See those little buggers, those little insects jumped me at the last second, and they managed to give me the killing blow. Although maybe when I watch the tape again, I'll see something I missed. It happens. Luckily, there isn't that much of a drawback to dying in this universe. Sometimes you'll lose your supercharge, or no, not even your supercharge. You'll just lose whatever buff some of your potions maybe were giving you, or
Damage sustained. Minor damage.
Okay, we just need 4 more. As you can see, they hit pretty hard on a poor little mutant like me. Oh, here's the wing armor. I'll try to pull him in my direction. As you saw, the range attack is pretty good.
Scanning.
You can almost perma-stun the enemies. And we need 2 more. Oh, here's one. Here they are. I just moved a bit to make sure that there wasn't anything between me and the winged armor. And we need just 1 more. There was one right here, but it seems to have phased out. I'm not sure why it does that. Sometimes when they phase in, I understand that they're respawning, but sometimes they've been there for a while and then they phase out, and then some new ones phase in or spawn in instead. I'm not sure why. So if you remember, here's the diamond heist. So if there was an announcement that a diamond heist starts in 5 minutes, then I would be right here. Oh, there's a... Holy crap, I love the tumblers. I hate those buggers. And now they're beating the crap out of me, so I'll summon my friends.
Repairs initiated. System damaged.
So I'm pretty much done here, so I will get away from here before I get beaten up. I will try and show you the sub-avatar again to give you a good look. Like as you can see, they're building it. So and it doesn't. It takes a while for them to build it, and it doesn't start building it really until until some players are in the area. So usually what happens is that you have to wait a bit for the sub avatar to appear, and then you can defeat it. So I completed this mission here. Oh, so you see like now the sub avatar is completed, and I think it's coming towards towards me. Is it? No, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. As you see, like just one attack almost killed me. So I'm no match for this guy. At least not at this point. Essentially, there's three types of avatar that can spawn. This is the middle one. It's not the easiest one. It's not the toughest one. It's what I call the middle one. There's one that's much easier than him to defeat, and there's one that holy crap that is way more difficult to defeat. So, but essentially, like those are the sub avatar missions. The sub avatar, He's a. I'll probably wait until I'm combat rating something like combat rating 70 or something before I even start to try to defeat it. And even then, at level 70, I'll probably try to defeat the lesser of the avatars. So when I was playing with my friends, we would start attacking the avatar when we were about level 43, 50, and then 40, somewhere between 43 and 53. That pretty much was the range. But other than that, we would stay away from it. It was way too difficult. So usually we would be three. There would be three of us fighting it, and between the three of us, we would manage to do it. I was the controller. And I was with two eaters, and that's how we were able to defeat it. The eaters were keeping us alive, and I was keeping them fed with power, and so it was a pretty good loop that would make sure that we wouldn't die. But by myself, at the earliest, I'll probably try it at level 70. So I think this is it for now, guys. Next video, I'll probably do one tier 1 mission to show you what it looks like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.